about day-to-day tasks that have gotten more complicated as he's gotten older. We visited John Sanford at GATech. He's the director for the Center for Assistive Technology and Environmental Access. We did a bunch of simple tasks that became not so simple while wearing gloves and glasses that help stimulate the limitations that seniors have with everyday life. We never realized how hard it could be to do simple things like use deodorant or use tape. We also shared our ideas with the seniors at the Woody Fight Center in Douglasville, along with another FLL team during the center's Thanksgiving celebration.
We chose to focus on the kitchen and narrow it down to stovetop fires. According to the National Fire Prevention Association, the kitchen stovetop is the #1 cause of kitchen fires in North America. A kitchen fire occurs every 8 minutes, and seniors are the highest risk group.
Did you know that according to FEMA, approximately 1,100 citizens ages 65 and older die as a result of a house fire? Well, that's a lot compared to the general population, but as you get older, when you're 75, you're twice as likely to die from a house fire. And when you're 85, you're about 5 times as likely to die.
And do you know what the leading contribution factor to kitchen fires are? Unattended cooking. Unattended cooking contributes to about 70% of all stovetop fires that happen. Most Americans admit to walking away from the kitchen while they're cooking something. And it's estimated that many fires go unreported every year. How many, you may ask? 12.3 million. That's a lot of unreported fires.
And you know what most of the people were doing while the fire was occurring? Sleeping. Approximately 40% of people were asleep when the fire had started. So leaving something on the stove and walking away from it could be a big problem for seniors.
You can experiment to find out just what happens when you walk away from something that's going on the stove. Our coach brought a fancy thermal camera from work, and it takes pictures of the infrared and heat scale.
What we found is while there's water in a pot or pan, the pot in the pan and the water stays at approximately 210 degrees at all times. But as soon as all the water evaporates from the pot, it starts to rise in temperature quickly, and then the pot or the pan will start to match the flame temperature at approximately 700 degrees Fahrenheit. When it's that hot, you can get burned. And that's only for a gas stove. Electric stoves can go much higher than that. Gas ranges are more deadly because people can catch their clothes on fire, and the food or oil splatters can easily ignite. Electric ranges are a little safer, but can get much, much hotter. They can get as hot as 1,400 degrees. That's so hot that if you leave the pot on the stove and the food or water boils off, it'll keep getting hotter and hotter until it's glowing red. When it's that hot, it can easily ignite items such as towels or pot holders lying nearby. And if you try to pick it up, you're likely to get burned.
And that's where our safety stove comes in. We designed a 3-pronged solution. The first prong is to have a safety timer, which must be set in order to turn on the burners.
The second problem is that the power will shut off since the temperature of the fire is raising over 375 degrees.
The third prong to our approach is if the fire starts, we would have an extinguisher that would deploy baking soda on the assumption that there's an active fire that needs to be extinguished. And we have a song. 1, 2, 3. Look at those seniors singing so soundly. Wake up, seniors, what if there's a fire? Don't leave the stove on or it will hurt you. Fires burn things, gonna scare you. I got a safety stove, we'll never have a fire. Safety stove, safe to boil water. Safety stove, comes with a timer. Safety stove, even has a cookie tray. Watch out, your house is on fire. Seniors, things are looking grim, grim, but lucky for you, we have come with a solution. It's your lucky day. Safety stove, never for the fire. Safety stove, even choose for powder. Safety stove, we'll let the stove get hotter. Safety stove, it may save your life.
So do you have any questions?
Where did you find your sources?
Well,
we looked at FEMA, we also looked at fire prevention websites, and we also looked at the National
Fire Prevention Association.
This is all online.
And we read about it in the books and too.
What other solutions exist that might help with this?
well, there are other it's like components, but it's not the entire thing put together. Like there are timers that turn off burn, but it's not incorporated together. And so, but there's not really like one centralized thing with all of it together.
So far, there's only a stove that has a heat sensor that would detect heat, and then if there is a high fire, it would cool it down, but then bring it back up. But with this, if there is a fire that's way too hot, it will turn it off, And on top of that, if it actually starts to light other things on fire instead of just a normal flame, or if an electric stove lights stuff on fire, then it would realize that and it would deploy baking soda, which would get burnt, and then it would release carbon dioxide, which would just extinguish a fire.
And what if I don't have a range then? I have to replace my stove?
You wouldn't have to replace the stove. You'd probably just have to have
You could get it installed.
It's just like-
or you might not even need one. You could just have it mounted
You
to
can
the wall.
retrofit for about $340.
And with this, it has a compatibility that you wouldn't have to get a new stove. You just have to set timers inside of the knobs that the switch, when the time runs out, it would stop the fire. And also, you would just need a thermal camera. And most thermal cameras, extremely high-grade ones with like video compatibility, cameras and pictures, and can take and has a screen. Those are extremely expensive, which are around $14,000. But there you can buy some that don't have a screen or display that just sends heat, and those are less than $100.
Who else did you share this with? Presentation?
My grandfather, the local fire department,
And our
and
parents.
he's an epidemiologist.
We also shared it with the seniors at the Wood Plant Center at their Thanksgiving celebration, which would have been at least 2
And an FOL team there as well.
firebirds.
What made you think of baking soda for that fire?
Well, it works with electric, fires, oil fires, and gas fires.
Do you know what they use in restaurants for that fire?
They use baking soda and another chemical as well. Do you have any questions?